Good morning, everyone, and welcome to those who are attending the event, the press conference live, and also the one who are connected in streaming. I'm Rossano Bozzi, I'm the CEO of IPACK IMA, and I'd like to introduce you our guests today, which are Mr. Valerio Soli, the president of IPACK IMA, and also Mr. Luciano Sottile, which is the board member and the representative for promotion and marketing of Uchima. Now I leave the stage to the president for a welcome speech, so please, Valerio.
Hello, good morning to everybody. Thank you, Rossano. I would like to say that I'm very happy to be here today. Very happy, first of all, because we are talking about a very important milestone in our journey towards IPACK IMA, but also because we are physically present. I believe that all of us is looking for going back to the normality, and finally we are, many people in these days in Milan, and that is something that is exactly where we want to move when we talk about IPACK IMA. I mean, IPACK IMA next year in May, beginning of May, 3rd to 6th of May 2022, it will be a very important opportunity after a long time for the business community to stay together. What does it mean for the business community to stay together? It means a moment to do business. To me, my part of my business life is as a president of IPACK IMA, but the other part of my business life is about being, let's say, one of the player, one of the partner of the fairs. And then I think to the fair as an opportunity to meet and to do business, to meet customers, to meet partners, to meet all the stakeholders that are around in our industry. And do it after a long time, having the chance to sit together, to see our people is definitely a great opportunity that is represented by IPACK IMA. IPACK IMA is today an international moment in which all the producer of our industry, from packaging to processing, have the chance to meet, to stay together. And is an international moment where a lot of international companies are coming. Of course, national and international stay together for 3 days talking about what will be the future of our industry through the solutions that each of us is going to bring and to present. We are receiving a lot of interest from abroad. That is a very positive factor. And in particular for what I said, that after so many years it was not granted that the people was ready to restart the living together on exhibition and on fair. So to me, as a president of this exhibition, it will be a great moment, and I see it as really an opportunity not to miss for all the companies that are going to come. Companies, I talk about the companies that are close to the market, companies that are talking about the supplier of the value solution, companies that are the provider of raw material and all of the components that move around our industry. So it's really a great event where we can stay together and design the future. I believe that, now is a little bit more than 6 months before the event will come. Luckily, the very, let's say, I don't want to say negative, but it was a very negative COVID effect that affected the world looks like to be probably moving towards a better future. And hopefully in that, I think that will be very important to meet all of you, to stay together. And as a president, I really strengthen the company and the people that are not already decided to participate, to think about seriously. We granted that will be a very unique opportunity for you. First, to stay a few days in a beautiful city like Milan, a very important city for business, but also when we talk about Fiera Milano, when we talk about Uchima, when we talk about IPACK IMA, is really a great event that I really recommend to everybody to take into consideration, and please, we wait you, please, to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President, for your beautiful words. And now I believe that expectation grew up, maybe too much, but we will work seriously in order to get the result. About IPACK IMA, I would like to introduce some brief features about the show. It will take place in May next year, from the 3rd to the 6th of May, here in Fiera Milano. And what about the show? The show covers all sectors around processing and packaging, starting from the processing technologies, arriving to packaging machinery, going through labeling and packaging materials, which are very well represented at the show. For what concerns the destination markets, we have, let's say, all the fast-moving consumer goods markets and also the industrial and durable goods, as we put it in this chart. We try to guide our visitors, our target, through a journey into our show, thanks to your business community, as we say in our claim. We gather together some cluster of customers which can exchange experience, which can transfer technology one to each other. But IPACK IMA, it's also contents. Somebody told me that the content is the king, and then we have to try to put in the middle of our organization what we call the keywords: innovation, green packaging, e-commerce, veggie, are all keywords that will be found at IPACK IMA next year. But there is some news. The first one is that we got the organizing secretariat of Farming Tech, which is a trade show specialized in what is called fine chemical, especially pharmaceutical, of course. It will be in the same dates of IPACK IMA. It will be in the same halls of IPACK IMA, so it will be part of IPACK IMA. Few words about this new show. Of course, we have a strong presence of pharmaceutical target, but also nutritional and functional foods arriving to biotech, personal care, fine chemicals, and parapharmaceutical. For what concerns the layout of the show, we have the same coverage of the 2018 edition, which is not so common considering the period behind us. And we are happy about it because we have also some sectors already sold out. I'm talking about the all 1 and 3, which are focused on grain-based food. I'm talking about halls 10 and 6, which are devoted to end-of-line technologies and solutions, and also 7 and 5, which are mainly focused on the convenience food sector. Again, we will be back also with the project of the Innovation Alliance, which was successful in the last edition, 2018. And from the 3 to 6 of May, we will see together more or less the same shows that we saw some years ago. IPACK IMA, of course, together with the Green Plast, which is the new project of Plast, covering the green technologies for what concerns the manufacturing of plastics and rubbers. We will have together with us again Intralogistica Italia, which is a JV project together with Hannover Messe, and finally the Print for All exhibition, which is devoted to the printing and converting technologies and solutions. A few words about our international strategy. We will be back on the road to IPACK IMA abroad. We will be in Dubai with an event which is called IPACK IMA Processing and Packaging Stories. It will be in November the 8th in Dubai, as I said, the Atlas Fountain View Hotel. And we will talk about packaging and processing, of course, with a particular focus on sustainability. We will have the chance, together with this distinguished speaker, to present our show and talk about contents again. Spin it's a very important retailer in the United Arab Emirates. We will have also brand owners such as Unilever and Almarai, and also packaging specialists and company coming from Italy, bringing with us their experience and their knowledge. So see you there, and before leaving the stage to Luciano for his speech, I would like to introduce first Mr. Pierre Pinard, the Professor Pierre Pinard, which is connected in streaming, and he's the president of the World Packaging Organization, and I leave him the stage. Good morning, Pierre. We have some technical issue, maybe? Somebody can help us?
Yeah, I'm live now.
Now we can hear you. Please go on.
Right. Well, thank you very much for the invitation, and it is wonderful to be with you, even though it's virtual. But I feel as though I'm in Milan. So firstly, I'd like to just say a very good day to you, Rossano, and also to your president, Valerio, as well as your board member, Luciano. A special greetings to one of our board members, but is obviously involved with you guys as well, and that is Anna Paolo from the Institute, the Italian Institute of Packaging. So very good day to all of you. I'll also bring you greetings from the Executive Committee of the World Packaging Organization, our General Secretary, Dr. Johannes Bergmeier, our Senior Vice President, Luciano Pellegrino from Brazil, and then our Sustainability Vice President, Nerina Kelton from Australia, our Education Vice President, Henki Wabawa from Indonesia, and our Conference and Exhibitions Vice President, Soha Atla from Lebanon. Greetings also from our ambassadors, Kishan Singh, Chakravarti, AVPS, Hiroko Akieda, as well as Dr. Carl Alsmatz. So we all send you our warmest greetings. I'd like to spend a few minutes in a presentation just to share with you all something about the WPO. And I'm hoping my screen is up on yours. It looks like it is, so that's wonderful. I know that some of you are aware of the World Packaging Organization, and we have in the past been involved with IPACK IMA quite some years ago. So I have to say, Rossano, thank you very much for all that you have done in creating this situation and opportunity for us to be able to be with you in May of 2022. And I'm hoping that things are normalized to some degree, and that the majority of our board will be able to be in attendance in Milan. And what a beautiful city that you live in. So to show you some clips of what we are and what we do and what we stand for, and what we hope to achieve to some degree whilst we are being hosted by IPACK IMA in Milan in May next year. This just gives you a snapshot of around the world of various events. And this will be a long time. This will be the first time since November 2019 when we were in Indonesia. The next time will be with you in Milan. So we've had 2 years where we have not come together in this format. We continue to promote our corporate partnerships with those with industry, so that they too can be involved on a direct level with the World Packaging Organization right across the world. And we're finding that that is gaining more and more attraction. But we continue to foster a better relationship in packaging across all sectors of the world. And as you can see here, we are a global network, and I mean a global network, a very strong network of knowledge that we are able to share the best practices in packaging worldwide, and we consist of over 60 countries across the world. And what better place to meet than Milan? This was the last time that we were together 2 years ago. Some of us have got more grey hair since then. We continue to grow, even though through this pandemic, we've grown in development and continue to offer industry training programs. For example, we've had numerous conferences, we've had numerous webinars, seminars. So we have not been sitting still during this whole process. We continue to impart science, design, engineering knowledge, as well as from a business perspective, contributing to international development. Most important, we have and will continue to ensure that we cooperate globally on a strategic level, but not forgetting all those countries that really and acutely require our help, advice, and our knowledge. We will empower and we'll continue to inspire right around the world, ensuring innovation is brought to the fore in all sectors. No better way than to do that is in the education sector. And we've had almost a training program somewhere in the world every month for the past 24 months. So it's really, that just shows you some idea of how many countries that we continue to connect with at a direct level over these past periods. The World Star Program, which is what we will be doing when we're in Milan, and that is handing out the World Stars to the best of the best in packaging. And what a special place to be able to do that. And that is in your beautiful city in Italy. And we really look forward to that opportunity, because this is where we showcase. This is where the competitiveness between countries comes in to bring out the best of the best in packaging. And what better way of inspiring this particular aspect? Just to give you a snapshot of some of the categories, and I won't go through each of them, but there has to be at least one category there that every viewer online at the moment is involved in. So there's no reason why not each one of those that are online can become involved in this World Star Program, firstly in your own country and then on a global level. We do not forget our students. They are the most important aspect because they are the future of our industry, irrespective of what country you're from. So we have a program for them as well. And we will be showcasing them in Milan, and we will be promoting it and ensuring that we are able to hand out the awards to those top winners in the World Star Student Program. We do not forget that we have an acute problem when it comes to food. And so we have a department or a portfolio that looks specifically after this area. And Nerida Kelton is responsible for packaging that saves food. And what an incredible job that's been done in this particular area. Focused, attentive, and strategic work has been done, as well as sustainability. We stand strongly for sustainability in each and every country that is involved in the WPO. And again, that same portfolio looks after this portfolio. And that is to ensure that more sustainability is being brought into packaging, that one day we will be a fully circular economy. And only that small amount that cannot be recycled will then send to energy recovery, so that we have a zero to landfill. Because folks, I have to stress, if we continue on the trajectory that we are on at the moment in terms of the usage of our natural resources worldwide, then by 2050 we'll require nearly 3 planet Earths. If we change our thinking, change our processes, and ensure better packaging in relation to recycled material, mono materials predominantly, then by 2050, we can be back at one planet Earth. It is doable, but everyone needs to play its part. So we will continue to share our information regarding this to drive that sustainability aspect, to drive packaging that saves food so we don't waste 35% of our food worldwide. We will continue education and training across our social media platforms, and these are extensive and very diverse. I thank you for being together with you today, and we look forward to seeing and meeting you in Milan next year. Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to thank Professor Pierre Pinard and the World Packaging Organization to participate today to this event, and also what's more for having chosen IPACK IMA for this important award. And I think that talking about sustainability is essential for all of us as a person and all of us for the business community to which we work for. So thank you a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Valerio, and thank you also, Pierre, for staying with us today. And we look forward to work with you and your team in order to give the right success to the 22 edition of the World Star Packaging Awards, which will be hosted by IPACK IMA next year. Now I would like to introduce Anna Paola Cavanna, because Istituto Italiano Imballaggio, she is the president. It's with us, even if in streaming because of other business meetings that Anna Paola had in its company. So please, Anna Paola, the stage is yours.
Good morning, Rossano. Good morning, everyone. As you know, I'm Anna Paola Cavanna, president of the Italian Packaging Institute. I would like to thank IPACK IMA for the invitation and for our fruitful collaboration. As president of the Italian Packaging Institute, I am satisfied with our joint projects, which will take place in May 2022. Our way of working is establishing collaborations and synergies to achieve shared objectives for the benefit of the sector. The cooperations have always brought us significant results. Personally, I very much appreciated the IPACK IMA 2018 edition, in which we were able to set up and put forward our strategies. I am therefore confident that in the next edition, we will be able to carry out more and more activities. Among the partnership projects, I would like to point out the new edition of the Best Packaging Contest, a competition dedicated to companies aiming and promoting, improving and rewarding the best packaging solutions in the market. Together with IPACK IMA, we have identified a specific approach which can also attract machinery manufacturers, who are the main players at the fair. This new award, dedicated to machinery innovation, enriches the Best Packaging Contest, which so far has focused only on packaging. We have also involved CONAI, the consortium responsible for the collection and recycling of packaging, to strengthen our networking synergies. In fact, the issue of sustainability is now a priority for the entire sector, and it affects apparel across the world. The award ceremony will be held during the show, from the 3rd of May to the 6th of May, when the entire world of packaging will meet at IPACK IMA. In this regard, I am proud that the Italian Packaging Institute has played an important role in facilitating an international outlook, thanks to the presence of WPO, the International Packaging Federation, at the exhibition. We are proud to be part of the World Packaging Organization board and happy to be active players. I would also like to announce IPACK IMA Lab Space, a new format that will be launched in 2022. In this an exhibition area dedicated to the service sector, from laboratories to consulting companies, which has been conceived, designed and jointly promoted by IPACK IMA and the Institute. Specifically, we aim at bringing new players at IPACK IMA 2022, who are usually found as exhibitors. IPACK IMA Lab can therefore represent an added value for visitors who can find the entire supply chain in a single place. So let's continue this journey with the joint actions and let's get ready for IPACK IMA 2022. Thank you.
So, thank you so much. Thank you to Anna Paola Cavanna, the president of Istituto Italiano Imballaggio. So we keep going talking about sustainability, that's very clear. And we cannot dream to have anything more for this conference.
So I also thank Anna Paola because it's a very good partner for us. And as I said, innovation will be at central stage at IPACK IMA 2022. Now I leave the stage to Luciano Sottile for the closing remark coming from UCIMA. Please, Luciano.
Thank you, Rossano. I bring you the greetings from the president of the Italian Association of Packaging Machinery Manufacturers, Matteo Gentili, and my personal. And it is, of course, very important to underline, as President Soli did already, that it is very symbolically important to be here to present the exhibition of IPACK IMA 2022 here in this event, MITEC, which somehow takes us back to a kind of normality or a new normality. And this is the best greeting for a very successful exhibition next year. Maybe we are not completely out of a pandemic, but definitely this is a very important step forward. Talking about pandemic, the Italian industrial goods sector in 2020 was very severely damaged by pandemic, with an average decrease of turnover of about 14–15%, with some peaks of 21. In this situation, packaging went down only 2.9%, which means that suffered the least turnover reduction in the sector. Not only that, but if you consider what are the forecasts of 2021, thank you. 2021, according to our MEX study, we will be back to a plus 11.5% in turnover and 11.3% in orders in the first 9 months, which is a very, very good success. In total, last year, as we are now watching, the total turnover was almost 8 billion euros, and with 80% export. In the last couple of years, these numbers are saying that we became bigger than our German friends, and this makes the Italian packaging machinery industry the #1 in the world. This is why we think it is very legitimate and a very right aspiration to have in Milan a truly international showcase of what we can do. And there are some very important strategic reasons for that. And next year, first of all, as the second event after the change in the management of the exhibition, now managed by UCIMA and Fiera Milano. So in 2018, it was the first event, which was very successful. The next one must be a confirmation of that success. This is one. Another second important strategic reason is that the IPACK IMA 2021 will come after a period of 4 years without physical exhibitions. And if we consider what is the innovation rate in our industry, next year there will be a very interesting discovery of what all the companies have developed in these 4 years, especially considering the boost given by the pandemic in terms of innovation. Another and very important reason for having a very high expectation from this exhibition is that we are living a very important and difficult transition. One of the most used words is sustainability. Sustainability, digital innovation, and technologies. This means that people need to get together in a physical place to better understand where the industry, where the world is going. Because this is not something that you can understand just watching your PC and going on internet. So this is why we thank our friends, our partner of Fiera Milano, and we wish them, by the way, there is a new management from the beginning of the year, to which we wish all the best success, and especially success with the next exhibition, IPACK IMA 2022.
Thank you, Luciano, for your kind words. And I'm a little bit scared about the expectation right now. So we were to work hard with the team in order to not to fail this expectation, of course. I have a question. We are going to the end of our press conference. We have a question coming from the online. Simple question. Will they send a press release? Yes, we will. After, of course, the press conference. And I also ask here in the conference room, is there any question for our guests? Also the online one. If there's no question, I suppose we can close our press conference. And again, thank you to Mr. President.
Thank you, Rossano. Thank you for everybody of you for being here. And definitely, let's see all of you next year, IPACK IMA in 3 to 6 of May 2022. Thank you so much.